Hello everyone, welcome to Tim2716. My name is Tim, and today we're going to be playing automation and BeamNG Drive, and we're going to be building a good pickup truck. In the past, I have made a few pickup trucks, none of them being good. One of them was actually really good, but is way overkill. Today we're just going to be building a far more practical one, and let's start. Now, I have a few goals for this pickup truck. One, it must have a towing capacity of at least 6,000 pounds or close to it. And two, it must not be squatted. It must have a level suspension and all that. For the truck right here, I used the exact same body as, well, that one truck from that SpongeBob car meme. The truck itself is going to be carbon fiber. Which chassis is the best? We're going to pick that one, the best one for a truck. Let's see, yeah, we're going to do light truck monocoque. For chassis material, we're going to be using corrosion-resistant steel. That's what we're going to be using. Obviously, we're going to have it front longitudinal. After examining which suspension is best for load capacity and towing capacity, I decided on solid axle leaf for both the front and the back. We'll bring the quality up to 15, and now let's choose an engine. Now, the goal here is to find an engine that isn't absolutely overkill. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, we're gonna choose the V8 because this is a pickup truck and not a minivan. And also, V8s have pretty good torque. Since we have a complete engine, we're already on the transmission. Let's do a longitudinal 4x4. Let's do a dual clutch to prevent slipping. Okay, that's what the inside looks like. It looks like Kraft mac and cheese. That's what the headers look like. Okay, yeah, we're just, let's see, how many speeds are we gonna want? Let's see, 8. Yeah, now, we're gonna do 10. That's better. Okay, top speed is 200. Let's put the spacing a little down. Actually, no, let's put it a little up now that I think about it. We're gonna do an nope, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a manual locker because that's more reliable. And now we're on to the body styles. We're just gonna keep this same body style, shorten the cab a little bit, and, well, we're gonna try and make this thing a little more aerodynamic than just a brick wall. Let's raise the grille up a little, elongate the hood some, and we're also gonna do a few things, making the windows a little bit deeper, not two-dimensional. At this point, I'm just seeing kind of like what looks best for the windows. Yeah, I like the more three-dimensional look more. Next up, we're going to modify the fenders on this vehicle, seeing what looks best and what doesn't. Okay, what would I like to do? Let's see. Yeah, we'll just make sure everything's elongated, so this thing has a nice big capacity and is easy to climb into. We'll make sure the front isn't too blocular. Actually, no, now that I think, okay, these grooves, yeah, I want to just keep them. It looks weird without them. It looks cheap without them. Let's widen the fenders, and now we're also going to see if that little groove within the fenders is worth it. Okay, without them, the truck kind of lacks character. We'll continue with a few slight modifications at the front end, including shaping the hood, elongating it a little. And now we're going to be dealing with, let's see. Now that I realize I like the placement of that, but let's deal with the truck bed now. Make sure these ugly steel things are covered. Okay, let's see. Can we lower them? Yes, we can. Now the truck bed looks nice and awesome. It looks just super high capacity. We'll make the rear window flat. Okay, we'll deal with a little bit of the side. See if I like it or not. Yeah, I like the windshield being a lower incline. To keep the cab at just that length right there. We'll see if there's any little thing that needs to be modified, and that's about it. Now that we're on to the exterior of the truck, let's add door handles. Obviously, we're going to make it suicide doors. Let's put manly mirrors onto this truck. No, not those. Yeah, those actually look pretty good, but yeah, these look better. They're two-prong, and they're nice and big, just like a pickup truck mirror should be. Now we're going to make said prongs of mirrors into a metal color. We're going to make it out of black steel, sturgeon. We're going to make panels such as the roof and the truck bed in the back. We're going to make them out of gunnered metal, which is basically stainless steel. I feel like this truck right here might actually become one of my best looking trucks that I've made, because not all of them are that good looking. Some of them I don't really think look that good. The Tectonic and Tectonic GT, for an example, don't look that good. Anyway, I'm going to make the window pillars and the hood a bright blue. I'm going to make the middle section of the car an orange, like a matte orange. And basically, I'm going to turn it into like a Gulf livery color. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. Other than that, there's going to be a few other changes to the truck. The bumpers themselves are going to be made out of metal, and so are the fenders. Specifically, they're going to be made out of gunnard. We'll add a little bit of chiseling to the bumper in order to make them a little more aerodynamic. And, well, to make it air pass through better. Now let's place the quad tip exhaust pipes I actually really like in these cars. Let's make sure it's just low enough that it's not too low to the ground. We'll make sure it's big enough so that people can hear the exhaust of this thing's V8. I'm either going to put off-road or utility tires, and now that I think about it, utility tires are better. And I'm going to go with cross-ply because the maximum capacity is actually slightly higher than radials. We're going to make them decently big, really big tire, relatively small rims in order to have them nice and wide, enough to get all that power and torque down onto the ground. Now right here, we're gonna make the fenders a little smaller, not flush with the actual car itself. They're gonna still stick out, but I don't want them sticking out crazy far. This has to be like a compact-ish pickup truck. Let's see, no, that looks terrible. Now that I think about it, I wonder if pop-up headlights would work on this, and no, they would bend. They look weird doing that. Yeah, let's put some little versions of these lights onto the vehicle's lower part. We'll make them a bunch of different colors in order to make them shine cool. And we're going to put a little bit of black tinted glass over them, because why not? While placing these lights, I decided that the outer ring is going to be orange, while the inner circle is going to be bright white. Basically like a fog light. And now that I think about it, I think we need more than just one on each side. No, I think we need two on each side. But I'm not going to make that certain until we add some headlights to see how it looks at least. Okay, turn them 90 degrees, make them large. And basically we're going to do some modification to the interior of them. Put some tinted black glass over top of them. We put a little blue outline on its little trim on the outside. We make the white outer ring, and on the inside we're going to have to make that, and yeah, now that I realize it, it looks much better with two lights underneath of it, two fog lights on each side. Now, the inside of the light itself, the central part, is going to be orange, while the little rectangle within it is going to be white. Now, since this vehicle is not an EV, we're going to need a way to cool it down, and yeah, I think this is a nice grill. It's similar to like a Bronco grill. It has Bronco-ish headlights, a Bronco-ish grill. And you know what? I think we need like a lower grill to cool like the lower part of the engine. And also this lower air vent is going to be able to direct air underneath the engine, basically making it more aerodynamic. Now we're going to need some rear lights. These look terrible. No. We're going to need something that actually looks good, and oh, these kind of remind me of the Hyundai Ioniq 5 taillights, and I think they're absolutely fantastic for a truck like this. Let's get some dark red brake lights, some nice everything, and we'll make it give like a 3D effect and stuff like that. We'll put a little handle back here, make sure it's not too thin or thick. We'll make it blue with some gunnard, and we'll even give a little tow hitch. And one thing we're missing is a gas cap. So let's give it a gas cap on each side. I was thinking about putting it on the front, but then I realized it would kind of doesn't feel right. So let's put it on the back, right behind the cab. I'm going to take a quick gander at the front, see if we need anything else. I'll adjust the headlights, and I think we need like a little vent, similar to like a Ford F-150 or something like that. Yeah, I think these would look good, but they can't just be the same color as the body. Yeah, blue. I think that's a good color for those. They're nice, they match the part above it, and they're on a complementary color surface. We'll adjust the color of the turn signal within the mirror and the mirrors themselves. And we're going to add a license plate. A really good one, hopefully. Yeah, let's see which one. Yeah, I think a European one would feel really good on this. Yeah, let's see. Now that I think about it, yeah, the one in Russian is best. Now let's give it some cool utility truck wheels. I don't want them to have hubcaps. I want them to actually look good. No. Wait a minute. Let's see, and wait a minute. Yes, those are good tires, I believe. I think they'd look pretty good. They look super strong, and they look like they would give air to the brakes. Anyway, let's go to BeamNG Drive and test it out. This right here is the truck itself, and it's absolutely fantastic. Some red in the headlights, pretty nice. And now, let's go inside. It's a right-hand drive truck, and I tried to make it look a little bit like a normal truck. And this interior took me a little bit to make, but I gave it a not straight line automatic because it's a truck. It doesn't need a normal straight line. And now, we're going to take this thing through a tunnel to see how the V8 sounds. All I'm going to say right now is that I am okay, I did not die, and the truck has seen better days. Yeah, that's what it sounds like in the tunnels, but the thing we're going to do right now is we're going to take it across that little river. So we repaired it, and now, let's see, will it go across without hydrolocking? Okay, it's definitely in there pretty deep, and I'm fairly certain water will get in there. Oh, nice! We made it across without hydrolocking. But now we gotta get this thing out of this bush. It's just clipping in there. Okay, we recovered it, and now we're going to do a towing capacity test. Basically, towing a vehicle up a hill in this vehicle. The vehicle in question is unknown for the moment, so we're going to be testing out what it's going to be soon. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's definitely going to be heavier than this vehicle, though. And so far, the vehicle actually handles really well in the desert. Doesn't handle too bad. It can drift, but a little too much drift. It doesn't exactly drift like a drift car. It drifts more like a pickup truck would. So far it's pretty accurate. Let's take it across this little river. How deep is it? Oh, not that deep. Now we're going to take it up this little hill right here so we can even get started. And yeah, those little drift. There's actual flames coming out the back of it, which is pretty cool. Let's just get on this road and start with our towing. It's going to be pretty cool what we're going to tow, and I'll tell you about it in a little tiny bit. Anyway, I'll see you in a few moments when I have the trailer set up. Well, I have finally chosen a car. It is none other than the 4SB Chahish. It's designed specifically for off-roading, and it weighs about 3,800 pounds, making it heavier than the truck, which is about 3,500. Now, we're going to be taking this vehicle up a hill in a trailer, but we gotta situate it, make sure it's in the safest possible position, because we don't want it too far back in the trailer, because that would make it swing and stuff like that. Anyway, we're going to be towing about 4,000 pounds of weight uphill in this little tiny truck. But also, I'm going to explain the naming behind the 4SB Chahish. Yeah, if you had seen on the back, the truck is called the Renault Carafe. It's just a name I just made up. But Chahish isn't actually a name I made up. It's actually named after the second tallest unclimbed mountain in the world, Muchu Chahish. The reason why I named after the second one and not the first one is because the first mountain, Gangkar Puensham, the real tallest unclimbed mountain in the world, is forbidden to climb. That is because the mountain is actually religiously sacred to the Buddhist religion, and I didn't want to name this car after a sacred mountain to someone's religion, as it might be seen as disrespectful. So that's why I named it after the second tallest unclimbed mountain in the world. And also, I feel that if I were to name it after the tallest unclimbed mountain in the world, and it turns out to be a bad off-road vehicle, I feel like that would be extra insulting. So that's why I chose the second one, and I took time to make sure it's a good off-road vehicle. Also, if you're wondering why Muchu Chahish is unclimbed up to this day, here's a picture of what the slope of the mountain looks like, and that is easily a 45-degree angle, if not more. I am done talking about an unclimbed mountain in the middle of Pakistan that nobody has ever summited. Back to the car, and so far the truck is doing really good so far. Yeah, there is a lot of sway within the actual trailer itself, but that's what happens when you put a car on a trailer probably built for lawnmowers, and okay, can we make it up this hill? Can we? It would be pretty cool if we make it up. It's only about a 3-degree incline at most, but... And you know what? I decided, let's just adjust the car and put it back as far as we can in order to make the trailer sway and give us like a little challenge. That's what I think we should do. As we are adjusting this car to go back, I just want to tell you something. I am very excited for the tug of war. It's going to be against a pretty cool truck and another pretty cool truck, the one right here. And so far, we're doing pretty good up this hill. We are swaying, and oh my, it almost flipped over, but at least it's still in the trailer and we can at least get back out. That's something good. Okay, let's see, can we get around this turn? Can we not jackknife the trailer? It would be really nice if we don't jackknife the trailer, which, if you don't know, is a term when a truck trailer basically wraps around the vehicle's front end, basically. And oh no, we're about to jackknife. Oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, Oh no, that was not good at all. That was not good at all. Absolutely not. So I skipped a few moments into the future just to basically go here and show you basically what happened to the car, the 4SB. Is it damaged? I want to know if it's damaged because this was a pretty expensive car, all that copper, and no, it doesn't look like there's even a single dent, and it rolled over like a bunch of rocks and stuff like that. That's actually pretty impressive that it stayed in one piece completely, and I just love this truck. I think it looks cool. It looks better in a BeamNG Drive than it does in automation, and we're going to take it somewhere special. We're going to take it to the gas station and a few other places. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to pick up some snacks from there, and we're going to run into some barriers like I just did right there. And now, okay, I just reset the vehicle so it doesn't do that weird understeer, oversteer thing. And let's see. Okay, this is a nice gas station. And, oh, it looks like there's a truck already there, or an off-road vehicle. Let's see if we can try and imitate this. I think we can. Yes, we can. We can't push out of the way, which is really sad, but on the bright side, all four wheels are working, so we didn't get a defective four-wheel drive system. The brakes on this vehicle are also really good, and now I think it's time to take this truck full send down this road, even though it is definitely not built for that. Like, seriously, nothing could go wrong with going over 120 miles per hour down this road. Anyway, let's get ready for the tug of war. Right now, we have moved on to the tug of war. We're stationed at the tug of war, and if you remember, back in the beginning of my video, I stated that I made a super overkill truck. That orange vehicle next to us is said super overkill truck. It's called the Torquemaster 6500. That 6500 stands for 6,500 Newton meters of torque, simply because this thing has a 13-liter twin-turbo V12 that has a red line of 3,500. The interior is a little glitched because it used one of the stupid pre-mades and not the same thing that the other truck has, but it's still a pretty cool truck. I think it would be pretty comfortable, but yeah, it's pretty cool on the inside. It's nice and orange and red and white and all that other stuff. The truck itself is also massive and weighs like 7,000 pounds, making it my second heaviest vehicle I've ever made in automation. Second after this weird red off-road race car type vehicle, which weighs about 7,400 pounds. Now that I think about it, I think that we should probably compare the sounds of each vehicle. That was the normal truck, and this is the other truck right here, the orange one, Torquemaster. Yeah, it doesn't rev very high. The whole point is basically torque, and that's literally it. Now we have a chain right here, which I spawned in, and today we're going to be connecting both of them. But first, let's take the little Renault Carafe out for a spin, and oh my gosh, that was so awesome. Like, that was actually really cool. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm fairly certain someone did that around the entire Nürburgring or something like that. It took them like 45 minutes to do one lap, all completely like that. Now, we're gonna be connecting this thing up, and we're also gonna be connecting the other car up, and the game has AI features which allow the cars to function without human interaction. So we're going to be using that in order to do the tug of war. I think it's time for a tug of war. Before we get started, the tug of war, I'm going to do like a little time lapse showing how I was able to get it prepared. I first start by adding the chain and then backing my truck over and activating the couplers, which will connect the chain to the truck. Then I basically do the exact same thing with the other truck, and basically, in order to get the other truck to go away from me, I go to the AI settings, and I use a setting called Flee. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this tug of war as much as I've enjoyed making it. We're already off to a pretty bad start with the small truck because the orange truck is pulling the small truck like it's in neutral. In fact, the small truck is being pulled with such force that it can barely even get to actually rev. It's stuck at idle because of just how much force the other truck is pulling it with. And since the vehicle is starting to shake, I'm fairly certain that is not a good sign for the wheels, which I'm gonna take a guess might possibly come off. And let's look underneath. That is, oh my. Is that like the actual color? Or is that like how hot it's getting because of how hard it has to work to do literally nothing? But yeah, it's shaking and it's probably not gonna last too much longer. I'm gonna take a guess on that. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much throttle a little truck uses. It has nowhere near as much torque as the other truck. Or power. This right here, we're trying to have a fight. We're trying to, and it's not working. It is not working, and yep, the front wheels are about to fall off or something like that. This is not looking good for the small cab pickup truck, as they have not been able to tow the other truck even a little bit. This just shows how powerful the other truck is, with its 6,500 Newton meters of torque, basically making it the most overkill pickup truck in existence. And if you want, I'll make a video where I'm comparing all the cars I've ever made in automation to this one pickup truck. Keep in mind, if I were to make that video, I would have to compare like 20 different cars to it, so it wouldn't exactly be a short video, because I'm not exactly the best when it comes to pacing. But yeah, oh boy, the front wheels on the small pickup truck are ready to come off, basically. It is absolute just chaos, and I'm just gonna say it, the other truck won. So do you know what? I'm going to ram into them as a form of revenge. You know that? I'm gonna hit them as fast as possible. That right there did not go as I expected, but hey, at least I can try again. That truck might be trying to flee away, but I have a little plan to make it better. I have a better plan than just hitting that. I think having it go the other way around would actually be a better plan. Considering that my plan ended in absolute disaster, I'm actually going to do it the other way around. I'm going to switch to the other truck, and then I'm going to set it to follow me. That is what I'm going to do, because I think it would be a lot cooler to watch a 7,000-pound truck ram into my car rather than a 3,500-pound truck ram into a 7,000-pound one. It just doesn't feel like it would be very impactful. But now this feels like it would be impactful. Let's see it happen, and it'll be pretty cool, I bet. But first of all, I have to stop my small truck, so it actually has a chance to catch up. Even after hitting the other truck at like 120 miles per hour, it is still functional, but the other truck is not. Well, I don't really think there's much I can do to get the blue and orange truck off of the orange truck, because I'm fairly certain that their texture parts and their actual like mesh work is like fused together right at the moment. Also, I want to say goodbye, and I'll see you all another time.